Okay, so let's get into this deep dive. We've got some really interesting source material today. It's basically notes looking at living solo, but through the eyes of this community. They're called LPots in the notes.
Right. And what stood out to me is how this LPot's community, well, how the notes describe their view. It's really about normalizing being by yourself.
Exactly. Moving away from that, old idea that being alone is something scary or something to fix.
Yeah. And our mission here, I think, is to really understand that shift in perspective they're talking about. The notes suggest it isn't about like deciding to be alone forever.
No, not at all. It's more about embracing where you are now, if you happen to be solo, finding strength in it.
Strength, self-love, intentional living, all that comes up in the notes.
And the takeaways seem really powerful, like how this whole approach builds confidence, helps you hear your own voice.
And lets you stop putting your life on hold, waiting for someone else. That's a big one.
Okay, so let's unpack that confidence bit. The source says it builds from the inside out. What does that actually look like day to day?
Well, the way the notes explain it, it's in the small stuff. Every time you figure out a problem on your own, or even just genuinely enjoy a quiet evening, maybe. Little solo wins.
Ah, okay. So it's like you're proving your own capability to yourself.
Exactly. It's self-reliance breeding self-assurance. Not needing outside praise, you see.
That makes a lot of sense. It's internal validation. And the notes link that directly to hearing your inner voice.
Yes. When all the sort of external chatter dies down, social pressures, expectations, whatever the notes suggest, you can actually tune into what you need, what you want.
Then learn to respond to it kindly, like you would for a friend.
Precisely. Which leads right into that other point you raised.
The stop waiting for others to make life special part. Yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
Me too. The examples are simple, but quite profound.
Like wanting flowers. Just buy them for yourself.
Exactly. Or seeing that movie you're interested in. Just go.
Feel like painting the living room. Do it because you want it nice right now, not for some future hypothetical guest.
That's the core of the LPot's perspective described here, I think. Reclaiming that agency over your own happiness, your own environment.
Yeah, happiness isn't deferred.
Right. The source talks about the beauty and happiness in creating your life, your routines, your space, your pace.
So building your own world, essentially, and finding real joy in that process.
And that intentionality, that embracing of being solo right now, that's how this community, as the notes portray it, works to normalize being alone.
Framing it as an opportunity, not, a deficit.
Absolutely. And a really key point the source makes is that embracing solitude this way, it doesn't mean shutting yourself off from future relationships.
Right. It's about losing the fear of being alone temporarily.
That's the crucial shift, isn't it?
Definitely.
The notes are pretty clear. When you normalize it, when you're comfortable, then if or when connection happens.
It finds you whole, not half. That's a quote from the notes, isn't it?
Yes. You're coming from a place of strength, of self-knowledge, not desperation or neediness.
Which really brings us back to that powerful statement from the LPot's community that's mentioned.
Oh, yeah. You are not waiting for your life to begin. One.
That's the one. You are living it beautifully, intentionally, and on your terms.
It really sums it all up. Finding pride and happiness in the life you're building now, your routines, your space, your pace.
It's empowering, isn't it? Finding fulfillment right here instead of just waiting.
For sure. It shifts the focus entirely.
So thinking about this source material and that idea of connection finding you whole, not half, it leaves you wondering, doesn't it? How does building all this confidence, this intentionality now, while you're solo, how does that fundamentally change the connections you might make down the road, whatever they look like?
That's a great question to ponder. How does that groundwork prepare you?
Something to think about.